Welcome to the sixth episode of This Week in Alabama Alt Football, where this week we are talking about our upcoming games, a Huntsville Rocket player moving up, and then no more Stallions, all in this week's episode of This Week in Alabama Alt Football. Last weekend, the Huntsville Rockets had a 14-0 win versus the Tri-City River Gators to go 2-2 on this year. Now, this weekend, their upcoming game will be the Huntsville Rockets, who are 2-2, at the Missouri Silverbacks, who are 0-2 this season. Saturday, July 26th, the game starts at 4 o'clock p.m. at St. Vincent Park in St. Louis. My preview and recap will be on episode 2 of Rocket Time, who came out this past Monday, and then also the Gridiron Developmental Football League, who is the league of the Huntsville Rockets, has announced their GDFL All-Pro Draft on Saturday, August 9th at 8 o'clock p.m., and also the news that we've all been waiting for. Defensive back Rashid Goody, who had 2 interceptions against the Outlaws, has moved on up to the St. Joseph Goats of the Arena League, who have their season finale Saturday, July 26th at 7:05 p.m. So just congratulations to Rashid Goody for moving up, and hopefully, keep on moving up to potentially the UFL after the Arena League, or and then after the UFL, potentially the NFL. That's all your Rockets news. Make sure you check out Rocket Time, the Huntsville Rockets show this week, and that's all the Rocket news. The Huntsville Astros have their season finale this week. The game will be rank up athletics at the Huntsville Astros Saturday, July 26th at 6 o'clock p.m. at Milton Frank Stadium. The tickets are $20 general admission. That means you can sit anywhere. And the parking will be $10. The stream will be on Moxie Media Productions, just like always. And make sure to watch All About the Astros, episode number 4, where I am thankful that I got to speak with Astros head coach Shane Anderson about about last game's win versus the Dallas Prime, and a little preview of this upcoming game. But yep, the Astros have their season finale this week, so make sure to pull up to Milton Frank Stadium if you haven't been there yet this year to support your Huntsville Astros, or watching on the stream. That always helps too. And that's all the Astros news that we have this week. The Alabama Commandos, who come out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, have announced 3 tryouts for the upcoming 2026 season. The tryout dates will be August 9th, August 16th, and August 23rd. All of these tryouts will be at Hillcrest High School in Tuscaloosa, starting at 5 p.m. every single time. So, if you think that you're talented enough to join the Commandos, who just came off of a conference championship game in the ECFL, make sure you guys try out for the Commandos and potentially move up in your football career. Our next team is the Columbus Storm, who you might be thinking, wait a minute, I don't cover Georgia teams. That's because I don't. But the Columbus Storm last year did play in Alabama on the border, so we're still going to cover them as one of our teams for this season. As the Columbus Storm are recruiting offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and a quarterbacks coach. If you want more information, go on the Columbus Storm Facebook page to find out how to contact the different people in the organization. And then the Columbus Storm actually have an upcoming game this week for the 3A National Bowl game versus the Baltimore Lightning. This game is the Baltimore Hurricanes, not the Lightning. The Baltimore Hurricanes versus the Columbus Storm for the 3A National Bowl game at Saturday, July 26th. The game starts at 7 o'clock p.m. at Rocky River High School in Mint Hill, North Carolina. So make sure, if you're in the area, maybe on vacation, to show up potentially to North Carolina to see your Columbus Storm. And then also, the Columbus Storm also announced a voluntary booster club, which is where, if you want to be like a team booster, you can do that. More on that is on their Facebook page. So make sure, if you're an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, or quarterbacks coach, and you want to move up in your career, potentially from high school up to the Columbus Storm, make sure you reach out to them on their Facebook page. And then also, they have an upcoming game versus the Baltimore Hurricanes. So hopefully the Columbus Storm can come back home with a storming victory. Our last team this week will be our Birmingham Stallions. Giddy up of the United Football League. As let's start out with the positive. The positive, we have 3 Stallions got NFL tryouts this week. Wide receiver slash kick returner Amari Rogers, he tried out with the Kansas City Chiefs. Defensive end Ronnie Perkins tried out with the Cleveland Browns. And long snapper Ryan Langan, who was a 2023 All USFL long snapper, has had a tryout with the Arizona Cardinals. So hopefully they had good tryouts, and hopefully they get signed in the next couple of days. So next week we can report about more Stallions to the NFL. But now we have our kind of disappointing news. Are the Stallions leaving? Question mark, question mark, question mark. First reported by Mark Perry and James Larson, said that the UFL is relocating the Michigan Panthers, the Memphis Showboats, Houston Roughnecks, and Birmingham Stallions. All of those teams were in the USFL Conference of the United Football League. The potential locations are Boise, Idaho, Tulsa / Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Lexington / Kentucky, Columbus, Ohio, or Orlando, Florida. But you might be wondering, is this the end of the Stallions? We are hoping not, because actually we still have hope. Sign the petition. I have the petition on my YouTube post to save the Stallions. Hashtag save the Stallions, everybody. We need the Stallions to come back. I mean, they're 3-time champion, and in Alabama, we love our Stallions. We just got to make sure that this upcoming year is if we can save the Stallions. We need everybody to show up to every single game, or at least one of the games, to Pack Protective or whatever stadium they are going to choose for the Birmingham Stallions. So remember, our hope is not all lost yet. Remember to sign that petition, make your voices heard, and that's all the Stallions news that we have this week. Thanks for tuning into the 6th episode. Yes, the 6th episode already of This Week in Alabama Alt Football, where we talk about anything from, we have 3 games coming up this weekend. 2 of them are away. The season finale for the Huntsville Astros is this week, our only home game in the state of Alabama. So make sure to pull up to Milton Frank Stadium. We also talked about your opportunity to potentially go to the Columbus Storm or the Alabama Commandos, and also the Stallions. We still have hope, everybody. Remember, sign the petition. Sign the petition. Tell other people to sign the petition, too. We need everybody to make their voices heard, to have the Stallions come back to Birmingham, because the UFL needs the Birmingham Stallions. All on this week's episode of This Week in Alabama Alt Football. UFL Isaac out.